Inez San Martin, Rome Bureau Chief at Crux, will be with the Holy Father every step of the way, providing exclusive coverage to Currents News and the Tablet all weekend long. She joins us now from Rome before takeoff on the papal plane. So Inez, you're traveling with Pope Francis for the first time in a long time. How is this trip different?
It's different in many ways. It's been 15 months since we have been on a plane with the Holy Father, but without a doubt, what makes it the most different is the fact that due to COVID restrictions, we're not expecting any crowds. One would have thought, it's Iraq. There are 300,000 estimated Christians left in this country, yet there are still hundreds of thousands who would like to see the Pope, regardless of their faith, and they won't be able to. And that's, without a doubt, the biggest difference.
So what kind of precautions are being taken? Did you have to get tested before traveling? What else?
Yes, we actually, I consider it a blessing. We were vaccinated in order to be able to fly with the Holy Father. The Vatican made sure that everyone flying with the Pope had the vaccine, if nothing else, so that we could reduce the risk of, being spreaders of the virus to Iraq. On the second, it's another step that is being taken. Again, crowds have been heavily reduced. The final mass in Erbil is going to be held in a stadium that has a capacity for 40,000 people, but only 10,000 faithful will be allowed in. And that will, without a doubt, give a sad picture in many ways of, this final mass that is supposed to be beautiful and overcrowded. But due to COVID, one would actually hope it's going to be, well, almost empty, or, have the social separation left.
Right, you have to be safe. What about the recent missile attacks Emily spoke about in her story earlier? Are you worried about your safety being in Iraq?
Personally, I am not. I have been blessed to be able to go to Iraq twice, granted both cases in the northern region of Kurdistan in Erbil, and to the Nineveh Plains, covering the situation right after the rise of ISIS in 2014 and then again in 2018 after the fall of the Islamic State. And it's a complicated country, yes, but I've been, blessed again to go with the Pope to Central African Republic, and I don't feel more afraid now than I did back then, when we actually had a semi-mandatory training of journalism at war.
After the violence, Pope Francis refused to cancel his trip, saying he doesn't want to disappoint the people of Iraq. He said it was a dream trip Pope John Paul II couldn't take. So what's the significance of this visit?
There are 1,000 things that make it extremely significant, but if nothing else, it's the fact that Pope Francis is going to become the first Pope in history to go back to the land of Prophet Abraham, considered a father for all believers. It is just for that little element, it is a historic trip. Then there are 1,000 different aspects that make it important, including, of course, the fact that he's meeting with a Shia leader, Al-Sistani, Grand Ayatollah in the city of Nahaf. That is in itself also historic, and many would argue worth the trip. But without a doubt, is his support to the Christian community what makes this trip specifically important.
All right, Inez San Martin, Rome Bureau Chief at Crux. Thanks for joining us and have a safe trip.
Thank you very much.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell to get updates to all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.